Okay, we're back.
Hey guys, this is Prince from Ledger CS team, and
This is Dan, and we are both
Yeah,
wearing
we-
shirts.
Yep.
today.
Today we are in the summer vibe, guys, to help you out from the streets of Paris. Not literally from streets of Paris, but yeah, from Paris.
Yes.
So yeah, we are here for 1 hour, guys, and you can ask your questions. Already see there are a few questions from yesterday. I think that people must have we couldn't pick it up, so we'll do that. And yeah, if you have any questions regarding crypto, Ledger, NFTs, security, then please reach out to us via the chat, and then we'll take your questions live and answer them live. Starting with the first question from MW. Are there any updates on HBAR token support with Hashpack and Ledger devices? Despite announced support coming soon in Jan, it's still not possible to use Hedera-based tokens with Ledger. As Ledger does not support the token association, Hedera accounts must be associated with fungible or non-fungible tokens first before you can transfer the tokens to that account.
Right. No, that's a good question, and it is true that I do think we announced it somewhere in the blog post. It's still under development, unfortunately, so we can't really give any ETA because we don't have any real idea of when that's going to be launched. But there's a team that's taking care of it. The best thing you can do is just keep following us on YouTube or on Twitter because that's usually where we start announcing new features like that. Also, when that's going to be launched in Ledger Live, you'll get a notification when you update to the newest version. You'll get the release notes with hey, tokens are supported. But for now, what would be the best option? Keep using Hashpack.
Hashpack or my HBAR wallet, and then you can view your tokens there. But yeah, it's going to be a little difficult because you have to use a third-party app. We don't want our users to use a third-party app because we understand how much painful it is and frustrating it could be. But for now, we don't have a workaround for that. Just a normal workaround is to use a third-party app, basically. Next is Basil Khadir. Does the 25th word work with any seed, or does it work only with one seed?
That's a good question. Actually, so you can use the same word for multiple seeds, but the secret accounts will be different, right? Because the 25th word, even though it might be the same word, it's attached to one seed phrase. And so if you change the seed phrase underneath, right, the 24 word, if it's not the same, then the secret accounts will not be the same, if that makes sense.
Yep. Next is GTube. Joining this AMA as a follow-up from yesterday to see how can you claim your Cardano rewards using Ledger Live, or do we still have to use claim rewards through Adalite?
We know the answer, right?
Yep. So, but GTube, we actually went and checked with our devs and everything. So, for now, it's not possible to just claim the rewards directly. If you want to claim the rewards, you have to end the delegation. So you'll get the rewards plus the Cardano that you've staked already, and that's how you can get the rewards completely. But if you just want the rewards, then I think you need to use a third-party app like Adalite for now. But just to be clear that your rewards are being added to your stake balance, and that's why it's automatically compounded every day. So if you want to do the same thing via Adalite, if that's the thing you're planning to do, or restake your assets, then you don't need to do that manually now. It's just automatic processing Ledger Live. So yeah, but then if you want to just claim the rewards, then you need to use a third-party app like Adalite for now.
Adalite does it 100% sure.
Yeah,
Roy tried it this morning. So yeah, Adalite's good way to do this.
Next is X9. I've already asked the questions yesterday and repeat again. My question is how to unfreeze the TRX coin from NanoS Plus because I'm unable to unfreeze them. I have stuck many coins. Put tutorial video.
Oh, we have documentation on how to do it on the Help Center. Just something to keep in mind is, you must be aware, Ledger Live doesn't support staking 2.0 on Tron since a few versions back now. So you'll have to use Tron Scan to do it. There used to be a time, a short period of time, where you could still unfreeze an old balance, but now it's not even possible. So you have to do absolutely everything through Tron Scan. Hopefully we can bring that back into Ledger Live because that was sort of a regression in my opinion because we used to have all the staking in Ledger Live and now it's gone. So hopefully we can, and Tron is a big community as well, so we can have that back into Ledger Live as soon as possible. But yeah, for now, Prince is posting the link to the article right now.
Yeah, and next time I'm not able to tag you directly in the chat, so I just put the connection for TRX unfreeze issue, and then you can link to the Help Center article.
I think we skipped a question about MetaMask.
Oh yeah, from Bar95.
Yeah.
So question from Bar95, when is Ledger Nano in MetaMask Mobile integrating? So I think we answered this question yesterday as well. Our teams are working on it, but we don't have a clear, concrete ETA for now. But hopefully it should be coming this year, if not tomorrow, next year. But then, of course, we do not. We want
Not
it to.
tomorrow.
We want it as much as you want it. But for now, we don't have ETA bar 95. But hopefully, wish it comes soon as well. So it's easier for the users, for mobile users, to manage the transactions on the go.
Yeah.
Next is Leonardo is back. So good afternoon. Do you have any answers to the yesterday's questions about Cardano staking and about Happy Buy Day and bank transfer?
Yeah, I can answer the Happy Buy Day question. So the answer is yes, you can use bank transfer, and yes, the fees will still be waived, even though the bank transfer happens a few days later. So that should be taken into account. At least that's the feedback I got. So go ahead. Next Happy Buy Day is when? Thursday?
Next, it happens on the first Thursday of each month. So I think that's the next one. It's coming soon. So you'll have it over there.
Okay.
And about the Cardano staking, so yeah, I think the question, if I remember, because there were a lot of Cardano questions yesterday, so we don't know exactly which question was yours, Leonardo. So if you can post it down, it will be nice. But if it's regarding the rewards and how can you claim them, I think we just answered them. And if you want to ask like how can you end the delegation, and then you just have to click on the 3 dot buttons on the Ledger Live, and then you'll be able to clear your delegations. And I think you also had a question about what is the cost to 350 or 345, something like that, next to below the validator. That is not for you guys, it's just for the people who are putting the staking node out there, so for the validators. So basically the 350 dot is the cost of putting up that node for staking purposes, basically. So that is, if that's the question, then I hope I've covered it. 77 is back. The Jammer intro music, thank you.
He made it. He made it.
Linwood Jones saying hello. Agostino is back. Let me pull my chair, notebook, let the Cardano stake questions begin. Nice.
Yeah, maybe we can do a little recap if you just join. So Cardano stake, like, so can we claim rewards?
So you cannot you can claim the rewards, but not only rewards. You'll have to claim the entire delegated balance plus the rewards. That's how it works. But if you want to claim the rewards and then restake it, then you don't have to do it manually. It's automatically done in Ledger Live. Like the stake balance and the rewards that keep on accumulating in your stake balance and then keep on increasing. But there are multiple questions, guys. So yeah, if you have all the questions regarding Cardano today, we are ready with the answers. At least the ones which you asked us yesterday. So
yeah, there is one thing that we're still wondering, and because we were looking at our respective delegated balances, and we noticed that there were discrepancies between the balance that's at the top with the available balance with the delegated balance. And by the way, the delegated balance and the available balance should be the same, but like the numbers seems to be off. So if you're getting this as well in your own delegation, just don't worry. It's probably like some bug in Ledger Live where the data doesn't agree, but it doesn't mean you lost coins, because I do think that when you delegate, you lock an amount of coin with your delegation, like to pay rent or whatever. And so maybe that's not being properly accounted by Ledger Live. So if you're seeing this in your account, then it's a bug, and hopefully that can be fixed so all the numbers and balances agree with each other.
Yeah, I think the available balance that you see is like addition of the stake balance plus the reward. So and I think there might be a little synchronization error over there. Then you can definitely go and check your address on the Blockchain Explorer and see if your funds are less or more, basically. 77. I was able to get in contact with the Hashpack team about my issue yesterday. They said we are aware of this issue connecting the Ledger device to the mobile app, and it's on our roadmap, but no ETA. So they might be in contact with our team at some point. So yeah, if they reach out to us and our dev team will surely work out. And then yeah, we also want to support the Hashpack mobile integration. So like MetaMask, like Hashpack, we want to support as many third-party apps we can via the mobile app if they have a mobile app. So yeah, once they reach out to us, we'll surely work together on this collaboration. Wild Bill is saying good morning. Good morning. Mr. Khan is asking, eCash XEC token is not included. Can you please include?
It's the fork, the Bitcoin Cash fork. We'll escalate the feedback. We'll escalate the feedback. Yeah, no worries. That will take some time, to be honest with you, just because eCash is not a very big coin, and so of course developers, like we have limited developers bandwidth, so the more urgent project will succeed that. But eventually, the goal is to have everything into Ledger Live. So yeah, we'll get there.
Next is Agostino. He's saying, the boys are rocking the swag tees LFG. Yes, I got this one for him, guys. So we look like kind of same. Wild Bill is asking, can I hold Ethereum on Coinbase network?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So you would be in Coinbase in your account on the exchange. You just okay. So sorry. Let me backtrack a little bit. I think if I can share my screen here, I'm gonna do something that might break. I hope it doesn't break the live here. Sorry guys, I'm getting some issue like pulling Ledger Live. But okay, so I'm getting some issue pulling Ledger Live in view. But what you would do is, so Base is not supporting Ledger Live yet. So what you need to do is connect your Ledger device to MetaMask, and then you connect MetaMask to Base via something like Chainlist, which Prince can drop in the chat, the tutorial to connect with Chainlist. Okay, now you've got MetaMask connected to Base. You create your address, then you go in Coinbase and you withdraw your ETH, but you make sure to select the Base network because otherwise, if you leave the default, I think the ETH will go to the Ethereum network, which is not what you want. And yeah, and then that's it. So you select ETH, the Base network, then you create the transaction. And I did it yesterday, and it's super fast. Like the funds arrived within 10 seconds ish. So it was a good experience. And yeah, and Ledger Live will support Base like really soon as well. It's actually hidden in the app, but it will be supported at some point.
Yeah, it's being tested out right now.
Yeah.
So once all the bugs and everything is cleared out, I think we'll be able to support it. And I've dropped the link for the Base article. Yeah, and you can follow the steps from there while you build. Brooklyn State of Mind, hey all, hey Brooklyn. Chris Jeffrey, hey, when is the Stacks back in stock? So first of all, yeah, we are working on it, and our teams are working on getting the device ready as soon as possible. But of course, we don't have a concrete ETA yet. But you will get an email on your, you get a notification on your email once the order is ready to be shipped, and then you will be able to manage able to track your order from there. Chris Jeffrey, another question. Can you look to being a storage capsule that is protected by electrical waves, that is EMP? Maybe this question is for you, Dan.
Yeah, we've had this question like quite a bit. So EMP, yes, so there is different ways you can do this. First of all, you can buy a Faraday bag. We don't sell those, but yeah, you might be able to find that. So you buy a Faraday bag and you put your ledger in it. That would protect you against most electromagnetic like impulses and things like that. Now that being said, don't worry about EMPs, and the reason is because the device doesn't really matter. It's mostly the recovery phrase, right? Because the recovery phrase are your private keys. If your device dies, you just buy a new one and punch the phrase into the new device. So what's important is to secure the recovery phrase, not the device. So let's say your device were to die because of an EMP or solar flare or whatever sort of natural disaster, then you can just get a new one and punch the recovery phrase in the device and get access to the same account. Yep.
Next is Brooklyn State of Mind. I still didn't get response from my support battery display issue. I originally opened the tickets 2 or 3 weeks ago. So Brooklyn State of Mind, sorry for the delay. First of all, we would like to apologize for the delay in response. I think we understand how frustrating it is to wait for the reply for 2 to 3 weeks now. You can do one thing. You can drop your case number, a 7-digit case number that you might have received in your email, and someone from our team will escalate it to someone from our team, and then we'll get back to you once we finish the session today. Next is Cans M. Oops.
Lots of questions.
Nice, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for coming back. We'll try to make it through the whole backlog. So, yes.
Cans M. I bought my new Nano X, but I've already have a Ledger Live app installed on my Mac. How do I get my assets on my new wallet?
I bought a new Nano X. Do you want to take that one?
Yeah, so if you already have a Ledger Live app installed on your Mac, and then if you're using it with another Ledger device, then don't worry, you can still use a new device and connect it to your Ledger Live app, the existing Ledger Live app. Add a new account, but just rename your account. This is like if you have a Nano S Plus and a Nano X, then you can just rename it like Bitcoin account Nano X. And if you're adding a Bitcoin account, and then you just have to send your assets from your previous address to this address. But make sure not to if you have multiple seed phrases with multiple devices, make sure to name the accounts correctly, because if you try to, let's say, if you try to access an account which is linked to your old recovery phrase or old device, then you won't be able to access the same accounts with your new device. With your new device, with your new 24-word seed phrase, you will get access to new accounts. So just add the new accounts, and then you'll be able to manage your funds on Ledger Live. I hope I made answer the question.
Yeah, that was clear.
Wild Bill 419, do you have any ETA on Theta yet?
ETA, no, so no ETA, but you probably know this. You can already like create an account via a third-party wallet called the Theta wallet, connected to your Ledger. That's the best way to do it. Again, so Bringe is going to drop the link in the chat if you're not aware of it. It's safe, okay, because the private keys to your Theta and Theta Fuel will be stored in your Ledger device, so you can use that setup very, very securely, and eventually that's going to come to Ledger Live. But again, it's one of those things that have been in backlog for a long time, but unfortunately we haven't got to it yet.
Yep. Next is Chris, do you have any plans to bring a Ledger with a larger storage? Always full, and it's not easy to uninstall and reinstall the apps. So Chris, I don't know if you're using a Nano S, or I think that's why you might be facing the storage issues. So you can do it. You can upgrade to Nano S Plus, or if you don't want to go for Nano X, you can still go for Nano S Plus. And the new Nano S Plus offers the same amount of storage and the same amount and better. I think it's a better device than Nano S. It's like an upgraded version of Nano S, and it has got a better storage and a better buttons, and the entire hardware device is better than this. And that's why you don't have to uninstall and reinstall the apps, and then you can just manage your crypto without this process of uninstalling and reinstalling the apps. So I think it's painful, and
Yeah, totally. Just to bring that to life, this is the Nano S Plus, for example, which is a big upgrade compared to a Nano S. This is how many apps I've got installed, so I've got tons of them.
24.
Yeah, 24. I've got 24 apps installed,
Good.
and I still have spare room here for more apps. And keep in mind that not all the apps have the same size. So the Polkadot app is huge, for example. The Cardano one is huge as well, but some apps like Binance Smart Chain, for example, are much smaller. But typically, like Nano S Plus or Nano X will, it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, but I guess that's Chris, just upgrade to a newer and a better device, and then you'll be able to manage your funds without uninstalling and reinstalling. Wild Bill, can I hold XTC on Ledger? So yeah, Wild Bill, XTC is supported in Ledger by your Ledger device, but it's not supported by the Ledger Live interface that we have. So you will not be able to add an account directly in Ledger Live. You can connect your Ledger device to XDC wallet, that's their own mainnet wallet, and then you can connect your Ledger device to this wallet, and then create a Ledger XDC address, and then send your funds from your exchange to this Ledger XDC address. I'm gonna link the article so that you don't have to worry about it. We have so many articles, guys. But yeah, it's good. It's for you guys. So if you want to have any tutorial or any step-by-step assistance, then you can definitely check out our help center. We've got a ton of content for you guys. The next is New Gen. Ledger is a good product, highly recommended, and I love you, and you are the best. I think that's for Dan.
We love you too. Thank you for commenting.
Thank you for kind words. Chris, lastly, are you going to support NFT on Phantom or XRP networks?
Well, so that's one of those things where, yes, of course, eventually we want to support absolutely everything, including NFTs on XRP and Phantom and all the different blockchains. But again, the problem is safe integrations take time and developer resource, and there is only a limited amount of developers time that we can expand every single day. So, we get to those goals, but slowly. So, and XRP NFT, I think, is probably one that should come faster than the Phantom NFTs, just because of the size of the XRP community. But again, we're happy to escalate, and we'll see what the dev can say.
Definitely, guys.
Yep.
Next is Agostino. When staking Cardano, can I choose the amount, or is it still all balance available? I tried to stake my Cardano, and I think it didn't give me an option to stake it.
Yeah. No, there is no option.
There is no option.
Yeah, you have to stake your entire balance. But the good news is the thing is why not staking your whole balance? Because your funds are still available. And that's the reason why, by the way, you still see your ADA listed as available in Ledger Live and not as stake balance. Because in Cardano, even though your balance is staked, it's still available, as in it's still liquid and you can still move it. So you might as well like stake your entire balance. But maybe that's a feature that some people would like to see, like not being able to stake everything. So well, let's get at that. We know about it.
Next is Basil. That hidden 25th word account will only let me send and receive from that particular hidden sets of account. That would automatically ensure that the underlying seed works in case I have to recover it.
The hidden 25th word account.
So he has a question. Was the like if you can put how to say, you can put 25th word on any 24 word seed phrase, and then he's like, if he has to recover it, then if he is able to send or receive from a particular set of hidden accounts, that will automatically ensure that the underlying seed works. Now, Basil, coming to that, it's not always the case. Like you will be able to receive anytime you want your funds to in that particular hidden accounts, but when you try to send it, that is a problem where you might face an issue because receiving your funds, you don't need your Ledger device basically. Of course, it is recommended to verify your receiving address on your Ledger device, and then if you don't run into something went wrong error, which is you get if your Ledger device does not have the 24 word seed phrase linked to those particular accounts you're trying to access, then you will not be able to then you will know that those accounts are not linked to your passphrase and then they belong to your 24 word seed phrase or different passphrase basically.
Yeah, I think it's a mistake a lot of folks do, like people that want to set up a passphrase, they think that the passphrase is enough, but you need both the passphrase and the recovery phrase that's seeded in the device at the moment you create the passphrase. If you lose one of them, then you will lose access to the secret accounts. So
you need a combination of both basically to get the recover the access basically, guys.
Yeah.
Next question is from
William.
Would Ledger Live support Pulse Chain soon?
We got this question yesterday as well. So the answer is yes. I think also it's not a promise again, but yes, we want to have all the blockchains in Ledger Live. We'll escalate the feedback. But again, for now, what you can do is just like connect your Ledger Live to your Ledger device to MetaMask and create a Pulse Chain account. That way, it's safe. Don't worry, the coins are secure by your Ledger device, not by MetaMask. So yeah.
Next is Basil. Theta would be awesome. So yeah, we'll escalate your feedback to the dev team. Thank you for that. Next is Muktan Moon. Sorry if I said your name incorrectly. How much XRP can I put on my Nano S Plus?
As much as you want, as long as you have an account. So the size is okay. I think that the warrants like a little explanation. So here's Ledger Live, okay, and you can see like there's different apps. This is the only constraints that exists in terms of storing crypto. It's like how many apps can live on a device at the same time. But if you don't have enough storage for one app, you can just uninstall one app and install a new one, and that's not gonna affect your accounts. In terms of how many coins you can store in one particular account in Ledger Live, then it's as many as you want, because the coins are not technically stored in the device like a purse would have coins, but they actually store on the blockchain. What's in your device are just the private keys, and those are very, very, very small, so they're not gonna clog your device. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So in the easier way and the simple way is it like you can. There's no maximum amount of how much crypto you can store with your Ledger device, because you're not storing the cryptos with your device. You're just securing the private keys that allow you to access your assets on the blockchain. So your assets are still on the blockchain, and there's no limit on how many assets you can buy.
And the same for all accounts, by the way, not just XRP.
Yep. Next is Chris. Same as above. When will Ledger Live support XTC, Casper, and Casper? So XTC and Casper are maybe coming before Casper, because Casper is not even supported yet with the Ledger device. So hopefully soon. And Chris, if your community people are like seriously want XTC and Casper, then guys tune into our sessions. Give us this feedback so we can escalate this feedback to our dev team and tell them that the community is pushing for it. And then if there's a lot much demand from the community, then of course we'll have to do it.
Yeah. Casper is not supported. Casper is right.
Casper is
XDC as well, of course.
Yeah. So next is Basil. Theta is better to buy, in my opinion. No financial advice. Agostino, if I stake ADA today, how long until I see some rewards?
I think it takes, the first rewards can take up to 3 days. But it depends on where you start, because like it's by cycles of, I think they call eras or epochs. So one epoch is like 3 days in Cardano, I think. So, at the end of each epoch, every staking account will get the rewards. So if you stake closer to the end of the epoch, you might have the rewards within like a few hours. If not, you might have to wait the entire 3 days. So it depends on that.
David, I have very hard time understanding Prince. Can you add subtitles? I don't think we can add subtitles, but I can do one thing. I can go slower. I can speak slower, so maybe it's easier for you to understand.
Yeah.
Next is Newgen. Hello from Vietnam. You guys look great today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Leonardo. So I don't know if I understood correctly. Staking ADA, the rewards are automatically going into the delegated amount.
Yeah, that's correct. So that's the weird thing with Cardano staking is there is no separation between like your delegated amount. Let's pull Ledger Live. I think it will be easier to explain. So okay, I'm in Ledger Live here. I'm gonna pull my Cardano account. Okay, so here's my Cardano account, and here's the available balance here. That balance here, although the amount here, so this is my delegated view and the available balance view here. Those two balances are actually the same. Okay, so my delegated balance is actually available, which means that it's liquid and I can move it if I want. I don't have to do anything special. So when you, what was the question again? I think I'm going off track.
Yeah, like is it automatically going to the stake balance?
Yeah, exactly. It compounds automatically. I think that's an easier way to say it. Yeah, so your rewards compound automatically. You don't have to do anything.
It's similar if you are staking Solana. It's similar to that, or staking Ethereum. That's similar to that as well. Next is Emil. He's saying, "Hi guys, nice to see you in Prinjal outlet. Nice shirts. Thank you guys." Newgen, I like your wallet and your shirts. Thank you.
We're getting a lot of love.
Imagine both to wear Cardano shirts. Yes, one day we will.
We have to stay neutral, so we can't.
Yeah, we love all that. We all love all the projects, guys. It's now we don't favorable towards just one. GTube. If I already have HBAR account set up in Ledger Live, am I able to make a second account without going through my HBAR wallet account setup process? It seems like I can make another account, but don't want to try it without confirmation.
I'd have to actually try that.
You can try that, right?
Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, that's a good point.
So GTube, Dan is just trying right now, and I'll just want to answer some other question if there is.
Okay, so let's maybe stay on this one. Yeah, go ahead, Prince.
Yeah, so if it's Emil, hi Emil, he's like, hey guys, I don't know this is a secure information or not, but I'm curious to know what are your favorite coins.
It's not secure information.
It's not a secure information because
it's not financial advice.
There's no financial advice, guys, but my honest look for me, I prefer the tokens that I can stake and on passive income on. So I prefer Cosmos, Cardano, Polkadot. Not Polkadot because Polkadot is like has a very high limit for staking. So yeah, Cosmos, Solana, Ethereum, Tron, and which one is that? There are a lot of other things with like
Tezos.
Tezos. Did I say Cosmos? I did. I guess.
I think you did Solana, like all the staking.
Yeah, all the staking projects, which are those are my favorite coins. And of course, you need Bitcoin and Ethereum to just since everyone has it, you just have to keep it. You're just waiting for it to explode and then make some money on the way. What about you, Dan?
I think I would agree with that. I think that if you have staking coins are good because you can get some passive income, which is always good to have, and having a little bit of Bitcoin as well. It's the OG coin, right? It has the biggest network effect. It's arguably the most decentralized. So yeah, it's to my mind, it's good to diversify a little bit. And if you hold a coin you can stake, you should definitely stake because otherwise you're missing on passive rewards. And in Ledger Live, we're making it easier and easier to stake. We have the Earn dashboard, for example.
And we are adding more and more tokens for staking, like we added Cardano staking now, so we want to add more staking projects as well.
If you don't stake, you basically lose money to inflation because those rewards they get basically printed out of thin air by the network, right? The network will pay the validators with new coins. So if you don't stake, then the supply of the coin will continue increasing and the value of each individual coin will go down. So you might as well stake in Ledger Live, which is the best way to do it. Mm-hmm. We can go back to the HBAR question. Actually, I tried, but I think there is an issue right now.
Okay, YouTube, we are checking it now.
Yeah, so I was trying to
add an account,
but unfortunately, I think there is a sync issue in Ledger Live because when I try to add an account, I'm getting a 503.
So I guess they need to do it again. But I think we can. YouTube, this is a good question. We didn't try it yet.
Yeah.
So we should be able to ask this to our dev and see if it's possible or not. But yeah, it's definitely possible via Hashpack or my HBAR wallet. But if directly in Ledger Live or not, we can just confirm you by next session.
And by the way, this error that you saw, this is not. It doesn't mean that it's impossible to do it in Ledger Live. It means that there is an issue with the like Ledger Live is not able to synchronize well with the blockchain, so it's an issue with Ledger Live.
Yeah. Next is QCloud. Hey guys, thanks for integrating Cadena. Oh yeah. I noticed in your support article that you didn't include the K at the end when copying. Okay.
Oh. Sorry about that, because I wrote the article, so it's my fault if we forgot.
Okay. Which K are we referring to?
If you could tell us actually where in the article, like we need like to add a K, because we can very easily fix that.
Yep, we can definitely fix it. You can just exactly pinpoint the location and which line or which word it is, so we can.
Okay, for the address, I think this is crucial. These are different accounts.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay, you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The K here.
Okay. Yeah, we will definitely update the article and correct it. Right.
Oh, it's when I copy paste the address, like I forgot the K. I left out the K here. Yeah. A good
observation.
Good observation. That's indeed like very important. But thank you for telling us. We'll fix that after the DMA.
Thank you, QCloud. 77. Did you guys go to Fiji or Hawaii? I wish. I wish we could go 77. If there's a next bull market, then we'll be doing this AMA from Fiji or Hawaii and help you guys from there. Next is Godly Encounters. Is the CL card a replacement for a debit card? Can you elaborate it? Go for it.
It's yeah. I mean, it's okay. So the way it works is it's supported by a third party called Banks, and so when you want to use the card, you have to create a separate account called a CL card account, which is a separate crypto account which you can top up with a via transaction from your Ledger device, right? So you move crypto from your Ledger accounts to that separate Banks accounts that you might still see in Ledger Live, by the way. And then you can go ahead, and once you've topped up the card, then you can use it to pay at merchants. I think Visa supports it or MasterCard. So any merchant potentially that supports Visa or MasterCard you'll be able to spend your crypto at those destinations. That's it. But it's important to understand that those are two separate accounts, right? So the coin that you put on your card account will no longer be protected by Ledger.
Next is Emil. Is it true Cardano principle is more you stake, less is the reward, and vice versa? The main aim is to make tokenomics more fair. Robinhood Cardano principle.
I'm not sure.
I think more you stake, the more rewards you get. I don't think.
Yeah.
But then, of course, since if we're not 100% sure, we can definitely look into this and get back to you on our next session.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be the opposite.
Yeah, because no one would stake more and be interested in less rewards. So I don't think that should be what.
Yeah.
Could be, but let's see.
Yeah.
Leonardo, what do you think is the amount to keep not staked when we stake a coin for paying fees? Is the max amount filled by default by Ledger Live or other wallets? Okay, or don't you think it's better to keep more?
It's a good question actually, because it might be an issue with some network like Solana, for example. Yeah.
So it's always better to have some tokens. Now, how much? Of course, that depends from different blockchains. At different time, each network is congested on different times, and then the fees will shoot up accordingly. And so, there's no exact amount that we can give it to you. Like, okay, you have to have this much amount, but just make sure to have a couple of tokens of that particular crypto, so that you don't lose, like you don't have to run into errors like parent account does not have sufficient balance to pay the transaction fees, or you maybe run into internet seems down and so on.
Yeah, for Sol, like personal, I don't know you personally, I always keep like at least one Sol in my account, and I think like Solana network expects you to keep a very small amount of Sol called rent that you need to keep on your account at all time. Same for Polkadot, by the way. Polkadot, there is something called a existential deposit, which is like I think half a dot or something like that, which you need to keep on your account. And but like a blockchain like Cardano, however, like you can stake your entire balance because they use like a different staking system. So you can go ahead, and I think that's the reason why Ledger Live doesn't ask you how much Cardano you want to stake. They just assume that you want to stake everything, which has no consequence on your management of your accounts.
And next question, like continuing, is the max amount filled by default by Ledger Live? So no, it's not for all the. So it's different for different tokens. So for example, Cardano, yes, it's going to take all the amount. But for Solana, for example, Solana, Ethereum, or Cosmos, you can manually select the amount that you want to stake and keep the rest as an available balance to pay the transaction fees. Basil, I set up the 25th word and manually recovered the 25th word to ensure I can recover it in the future. I was able to send and receive after backing it up. Therefore, I don't need to verify the 24 word seed.
I would say do it sometimes to make sure that it's still correctly backed up, right? Because you have it on a card, I'm guessing, right? So from time to time, you should do a recovery check, and Prince is going to drop the article in the chat. It's good practice because your handwriting might change and you might not be able to read your words, or like, you know, something might happen to the recovery phrase that make the word fade. So it's always good practice to know which device has your recovery phrase and if it's still there. And there are instances where devices can accidentally reset as well.
Yeah.
Old devices especially, so you want to be careful.
Yeah, just that's the only thing, guys. 24 words is the main private keys to all your accounts. So if you lose that, then you lose everything.
Yeah.
Oh, godly encounters.
That's so true.
That's simple as that.
Yes.
Godly encounters. When will be the CL card available in US? So global expansion is what we're looking at in all the field, not only crypto card or not only adding new assets. So of course CL card has recently been launched in, first it started with UK, then it's now in EU, and slowly we're going to expand it to US, Canada. But godly encounters, we don't have an exact ETF for now, but it should be coming soon. So stay tuned on our social channels, and then once it is available, you'll definitely read a post about this happening.
Next question.
Basir, let's say I stake $1,000 worth of Cardano. How long would it take to double that 1,000 just by staking?
Okay, so I can give you an estimate of the APR of Cardano, and that's something we actually have published somewhere on the website. But keep in mind the APR, so the percent of the
Annual
interest,
percentage,
the annual
yeah.
percentage varies depending on the performance of the validator that you select, right? But currently it's about network-wide, it's about 3% per year, a little over 3%, like 3.10 or something like that. So I don't know in how many years you can double from 1,000, but like it will take a long time.
Yeah, like if you do 1,000, then in a full year you'll just get 120. So if you do it like 10 years, then you'll get maybe close to.
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah. But it's better to do it. You might as well do it. You know, if you hold ADA, you might as well stake it, because if you don't, then the value of your individual ADA will be diluted. So yeah. And a Ledger has a validator that you can select. By default, when you stake ADA, the Ledger by Figment node will be selected.
Yeah,
that's us.
But then if you keep on compounding your rewards, and then you'll keep on compounding them, like there's $1,000 and you keep on adding your rewards to that, and then you start even earning more on, because the staked amount will keep on increasing, so your reward percentage will keep on increasing, and then it will be faster to get to double your investment basically. But yeah, you need to but it'll how it's like, just not withdraw the rewards, because if you withdraw the rewards, then just the principal staked will take a lot of time to get to a next level basically. Polkadot, okay. So the question from Darius is it possible to swap DOT in the future?
Yeah. You were looking at.
Yeah, I was trying to see if we
Squid,
have
right?
any
Yeah.
dApps inside Ledger Live Discover tab, but we will get the features. Like we want to support as many coins as possible to for swapping or sending or receiving in that case. But guys, the services for this are not provided directly by Ledger. So we are not a service provider. We are just people who integrate the service inside the Ledger Live, and there is a third party who provides this service. And now the trading pairs, the tokens, the supported regions are all under controlled by them, and we don't have any control over these. But that's why we're trying to add more and more partners, so they do support different regions and different assets basically.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to just check if.
I wonder if Rango.
Yeah,
would- would
exactly.
do it.
That's what I want to.
There is an app called Rango, so it spells RNAGO, and they're basically like a swapping service aggregator, and they work with other protocols like ThorSwap and things like that. They might actually support DOT to something swaps, so you might want to look into this, and it's also compatible with your ledger if you connect it through like something like MetaMask. Prince is actually taking a look.
Yeah, connect wallet button. You.
Oh,
yeah,
it's here.
they do support. Okay.
And Rango is pretty. They have ambitious team.
But do they support the Polkadot network? They do support tokens, but on which network?
They support the token.
Mm,
They don't.
they don't. They don't support the network.
Okay. Yeah, so you'll have to have your dots on a different network, but still less sketchy.
That's like on Binance, maybe if you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't do it. I think for now there's no option, but in future maybe we'll have a different service provider that will support swapping dots.
And actually, there might be like a parachain. I'm pretty sure there's a parachain somewhere that supports like swapping something for something else, like DOT. I'm wondering, like, I don't have the name of that parachain in mind, but you know, there must be one of those parachain that is just a staking, like a swapping service to other chains, but not all of them. So DOT to ETH might be possible, or DOT to Cosmos might be possible on those parachains, but you won't get something like DOT to Bitcoin, I think.
Yep. Next is Emil. Thanks, guys. I'm a big fan of staking coins too. Not so big of Bitcoin. Hope stakeable coins will conquer more markets, especially the beautiful games up here. Yeah, we hope to. Next is Q Cloud. Thanks for responding. Welcome, Q Cloud. Leonardo, I'm looking at the article on how to stake Matic with Ledger. It shows how to stake Matic via MetaMask. I'd like to know if that article is up to date, and in particular if I need Matic to be on Ethereum.
So if you need your Matic to be on Ethereum, the answer is yes, unless you use something like Stater, which is in Ledgelive, in which case you can stake Matic for Matic X directly from your Polygon account. But if you want to do native staking, then your Matic needs to be in your Ethereum account. It's just how the Polygon network is designed. The first part, yeah, the Matic, like the MetaMask, it could be updated because like this article is pretty old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to stake, like if you want to get stake while liquid staking, I would say, then you can go to the Discover tab. I think it's Dan is just showing it on the screen, and then just have type starter, and then you can stake your Polygon, and you'll get like you'll give your Polygon, and then in return you'll get staked Matic X basically, that's staked Polygon, and then you will be able to get, and then the rewards will keep on accumulating every day, so that Matic X balance will keep on increasing 24 hours, like when the rewards are being paid out. But if you just want to stake it via the normal chain, then I think you can do it directly, as you said, with the Ethereum Matic in your Ethereum account, and then connecting it to MetaMask and then staking with the following steps using the Polygon wallet basically.
Yep. Cool.
Next is Basil, but I have them both recorded. So yeah, Basil, if you have them both recorded, then of course you can verify the 24 words using the Recovery Check app that I have just linked to the article.
Mm-hmm.
And the passphrase you cannot. So make sure that you have written down your passphrase really correctly. And if you have both recorded them both correctly and safely, then yeah, then you don't have to worry, because as long as you have access to your 24-word seed phrase and your passphrase, you will be able to access your accounts basically.
Make sure the passphrase is not backed up together with the recovery phrase, because I've seen one instance of someone that had the recovery phrase and on the backside they had their passphrase. That completely defeats the purpose, because if someone finds the card, then they'll have access to both passphrase and recovery phrase. So make sure they are separated.
Next is Emil. I read something about Cardano staking before time. I think its biggest takers are less. I must check it for 2. Yeah, we'll also check it, and then you can also check it, Emil. Next is Omar. When will the code be released for Ledger Recover?
It is so part of the code has been already released, and you should be able to find it on GitHub. And there is an article on I think it's on the Help Center, but definitely on the Ledger GitHub at Ledger HQ. There's a section where you can find the code for part of the code for Recover. But the plan is to just keep like open sourcing Recover, so you guys
in different phases basically.
Yeah.
Next is Aryan. Will you add Wax token for staking? So I don't know if we support Wax token at all in the first place.
I think if it's Wax on the Wax chain, then yeah, I think it's not in Ledger Live, but because it's like a Neos sort of chain.
Okay. Yeah. So for now, Aryan, we don't have any plans to add staking or Wax anyways, but we can escalate your feedback to the dev team. Emil, guys, did you try some of the blockchain games?
I've tried. Wait, I've tried. What is it called? I've tried Friend.tech, like the recent one. I don't know if it's a game, but it's like a social app where you can buy people share. So I've tried that. I've tried during the bull market. I've tried like a bunch of NFT games. What about you?
I tried one NFT game which was about a racing game, and I had to buy a racing car NFT, and then I played it for some time, and then I got bored because
Is it fun?
It is, but then I still prefer my Xbox over that. Anyway.
That's fun.
Okay. Next is Grandpa Rock. Hi. Rune on Ledger. So I think Rune is supported by a Ledger device, but not with Ledger Live. So you will need to use a third-party app called
I think ThorSwap. No, it's in. I wonder.
Thorchain Wallet. Yes.
Thorchain Wallet, yeah.
Yes, so Grandpa Rock, it's supported by a Ledger device, so you can of course secure your private keys with your Ledger device, but you will not be able to add an account in Ledger Live. You'll need to connect your Ledger device to this third-party wallet called Thorchain Wallet, which is designed by their community, and then you'll be able to create an address and secure your tokens with their address. I'm linking the articles for you, so you can check it out.
I can take the next question. So it's from Tamim Ariful. Received their CL cards. They're in the UK, but he or she worries to lose it. Can you please advise me how to use it to avoid blocking or discontinue? I think it's difficult to say because like this service is actually taken care of by a third party called Banks. So I think if you want to know best practice, like you should ask Banks directly. I personally don't use the card, not because I don't like it. It's just like I never got a chance to get around to set it up and stuff. So I don't think I'm the best person to ask. I don't know if you use the card.
No, I don't have the card yet. So yeah, I think you can send an email to support@clcards.com, and then someone will get back to you with the answer, because we are not the one who's handling the support for CL card, since it's the third party service provider who's offering the service. Next is Corey. Speaking of CL card, did Ledger halt plans to make CL card available in the US? No, Corey, that's not the plan. In fact, we want to expand to US and Canada and Mexico in future. So that's why, it's still on the roadmap, and we are expanding it. So right now it's available in UK and EU, and now it's gonna soon be coming to US. That's the next target market for the CL card. Next is Basil. I prefer to hold the coins that are deflationary, etc. There will be no need to stake them because the nature will increase the value.
That's fair. Yeah. By the way, ETH is also deflationary. Sometimes it depends. If there's a lot of transaction on the network, since EIP 1559, then the supply will, the supply continuously burn with each transaction. So sometimes the supply is actually deflationary. So ETH is also like a good staking coin from that aspect.
Marcus Cox. Will VeChain be ever supported in Ledger Live?
Yeah, eventually. Yeah, for sure. That's the kind of stuff, like, we're glad that you guys are actually like escalating this feedback so we can tell the developers, okay, this is what the community wants next. So for example, Kadena was like a fan favorite for a long time, XDC, like hopefully soon.
And we want to get as many coins as supported by Ledger Live, because we want you guys to not leave the Ledger ecosystem, and that's the target for everyone. But of course, some blockchains are pretty complex to add, and that's why some of them take a bit more time than we think. Next is AA. Why are you guys representing Ledger dressed as Colombian lords? We are not. It's the summertime in Paris, guys. It's hot. That's why we're enjoying the summer.
We wanted to make a theme for today. I was trying to steal Prince Charles' thunder because he's the one wearing shirts usually.
Next is 77. I have seen somewhere that the reason I cannot stake my HBAR and stake it on another node from Hashpack, it's because Ledger is not supporting staking for HBAR. Is this true?
I will have to read this question.
I have seen somewhere the reason he cannot unstake his HBAR is because Ledger does not support the staking of HBAR yet. So it could be possible. It could be possible because I have not staked my HBAR yet. But 77, so I can definitely check this out for you and get back to you on our next session with more information.
But you should be able to unstake it. Like I've used Hashpack in the past. I mean, Hashpack will give you the option to unstake. So I would be surprised if you're not able to.
Yep.
Or
think-
there might be an issue with hashback. I think. Yeah.
He's saying the button is grayed out. It seems. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely check for you, and we can get back to you.
Yeah.
Emil is saying try Mir 4. It's like Korean Diablo, the game.
The game. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll try it out.
Thanks for your suggestion, Emil. Sama, why don't you support BTC Lightning Network? It's way cheaper and help us lower the withdrawal fees.
The problem is, so Lightning is awesome, but the problem is that it's not a Lightning wallet cannot be a cold wallet. It has to be a soft, like a hot wallet by definition, by design, which doesn't fit well with our architecture, which is optimized to be cold wallets. So that's the reason we can't support Lightning wallets for now. But who knows, in the future, maybe the Lightning Network will make it easier to implement Lightning wallets as a cold storage. But for now, yeah, unfortunately, you'll have to move your funds from your Ledger account to your Lightning wallets to use Lightning Network.
Basil is saying I tried Comet and it was pretty decent. Okay.
Oh, it was in Ledger Live, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next is GB. Hi, what is the best and safest way to use Ledger and Dexes to swap coins? Would Uniswap with MetaMask be the best way, and is it safe? And do you have a tutorial on that?
We have Squid. I think Squid is pretty good for swapping, and it's in Ledger Live. The question was about like swapping anything.
Yeah,
right?
like what is the safest and best way to?
Oh, yeah, I would
swap?
say Squid. Squid is great, and they plug into like a bunch of different decentralized exchanges. So yeah, check it out. It's in Ledger Live here. I'm showing it on the screen. It supports like a lot of EVM chains, so that's a good way. There is also other options. We've got PairSwap, we've got 1inch, we've got tons of stuff. We've got what's it called? ThorSwap.
ThorSwap as well.
Yeah, as well. So yeah, there is some good stuff here in the Discover section. So check it out.
And if you're planning to use Uniswap, then also it's completely safe. But just make sure to connect it using the Connect Wallet button and not import your 24-word seed phrase into MetaMask and then try to swap your assets. Always use Connect Wallet button. Email is saying also Colonize Mars Wax game is not bad. Okay, next, thank you. And next is Sama, is 24 words absolutely safe? I heard that since online recovery option is started by Ledger, a lot of people have lost the confidence in Ledger Live. I am also concerned. If you can, please elaborate.
Yeah, we can. It's absolutely safe. Okay, so Recover, what happened was we miscommunicated on the feature, and so a lot of people thought that their crypto was unsafe, but it's not the case. Recover, first of all, it's not launched. Second of all, even if it's launched, it's optional. And third, if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. But having Recover as an option in your device doesn't make your private keys unsafe. Quite the opposite, actually. It's been engineered to be safe. So,
yeah, there is no backdoor. There is no extraction of any seed phrase happening from your device. So, we want this service to be launched for people who are not able to safeguard, like the people who are new to crypto, who are new to hardware wallets or wallets in general, and then they don't remember to store the 24-word seed phrase correctly, or maybe they misspell a word, or maybe they misspell a word basically, or maybe didn't write in the correct order. So for them, this service is intended for them, so then they can be rest assured that even if there's something happening to the 24-word seed phrase, they can still reach out to us, because we still get a lot of customers, a lot of users who lose their 24-word seed phrase and then they reach out to us, and then that's why we think, okay, how can we help them? Because right now there's no way of us helping you once you've lost your 24-word seed phrase, honestly. So this is the way of helping it while keeping the security of your private keys at the same time. So this is a feature that is going to be really, really helpful for the future generation that is going to come into crypto, come into Ledger, and that is why it is mostly focused on them.
And Sama, what you really should be worried about is not Recover. It's actually all the scams that are absolutely all over the place on social media. So again, guys, if you're new to crypto, scammers will typically try to pass for Ledger or Ledger support or someone that's trying to help you, and they will ask you for your 24-word recovery phrase. If you give someone your 24-word recovery phrase, then they can access your accounts, even though they don't have access to your device. So again, this is how people get wrecked, right? So you have to just be vigilant. Never share or type your recovery phrase anywhere and with anyone. Okay, that's the 101, the most important thing. Okay.
And is being open source safe, as the hackers could look into the code and try to break it?
I mean, we see it like a lot in Ethereum, for example. Ethereum code is like completely open source, right, by design, and of course that calls hackers that are trying to get into protocol and exploit like hack DeFi and things like that. So there is a trade-off of being open source. So yes, it's that's the trade-off, but at the same time, some people are also working on making the code safer. So you've got both like the white hats and the black hats battling it out and making the ecosystem stronger. But but when it comes to Ledger, we have a different hybrid, I would say, like security model where part of the code is open source, part of the code is not open source, and because we have NDAs with the company manufacturing the secure elements, so the secure elements stay secure, and that's the reason why we can't open source absolutely everything. But we do open source things like Recover, for example.
Emil is saying, haha, I see a Donald Trump has NFT collection on Polygon. Is this collection legit?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah?
Although, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he has. I mean, it might not be the collection, but Donald Trump did like issue two card collection. I've got nothing against Donald Trump, by the way. He issued two collections of Polygon NFTs with him on it. Like it's like a card game.
Basil has a question regarding Recover. So Recover would split your seed phrase 3 ways. Would Recover also take your 25th word down? Just to stay safe, no one should know your seed or passphrase by yourself and only yourself. So Basil, 25th word passphrase is not covered by the Recover service because that is not stored on your device ever. It's only that's something which is used when you're trying to add it and set it up, and then derive your private keys for the new account from the 25th word. And it's not supported with the Ledger Recover, so we can only recover 24 words for you, but the 25th word you have to remember it by yourself, even if you're trying to opt for this service with the passphrase setup.
Okay, guys, that's going to be the last question because
it is the last question.
Oh, that's the last question.
Yep.
Okay, great.
I'm looking to swapping Matic from Polygon network to Ethereum. Trying to do it with my Squid. I'm not understanding the fees. It says 198 Matic estimated fees. That is 90% of Matic I'm swapping.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like you're interacting with Ethereum, and Ethereum is notoriously expensive. So yeah, if you're gonna swap to Ethereum, then you might have to pay like a hefty fee. I would say like if that can wait until like Saturday morning outside US office hours. That's usually when the fees go down on Ethereum, and you might get like a better a cheaper fees to pay. But yeah, it sounds like it could be actually correct.
Or maybe you can just send your tokens to an exchange and then withdraw it via Ethereum network to your Ethereum account, and maybe that way you can save some fees. But Ethereum is notoriously known for high fees, and yeah, that's why you can stake directly from a Polygon account via Starter if you want to do that, and that's why you don't pay so much high fees, and then you get your rewards based on staking your Polygon.
All right.
And that's it from our guys. Basir is saying thanks for the helpful answers. Welcome. Emil is saying good collection. Thank you. And that's it from you guys.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for the session. That was pretty entertaining. We'll be back. So the two of us will be back next week, actually.
Next Monday and Tuesday we'll be back. And tomorrow we're going to be live on Twitter. So if you guys want to have some updates regarding Ledger Live, basically Ledger and Ledger products, basically, then you can tune in on our Twitter account, that is Ledger_support. And you will be notified when we go live, and then we can give you even some more knowledge of something new which we have.
Okay, cool. And there'll be a YouTube session as well tomorrow, hosted during US hours. So I don't remember the time off the top, but there'll be another live tomorrow. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.
GB has the last question. GB, is there an option you gave me for Squid, Paraswap 1inch and ThorSwap? Would these options have less fees compared to Uniswap? I think it will be more or less the same fees, but since you'll be doing it inside the Ledger Live ecosystem, you'll be able to clear sign your transactions. Means you know what transaction you're going to sign for, the amount, and all these things. So it's more safer to use the Discover tab Paraswap, because it's still going to be DEX, and it's going to still be showing the same prices like Uniswap and and other DEXs basically.
Cool. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye bye.